It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Bills and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Allen. They shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Daniil Hunter came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To the air, Allen. He gets it to Coles. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep in the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Alert, alert, alert. Go.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling.
And coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Back to throw. Allen. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Stephon Diggs adding to his NFL record in touchdowns, and the Bills are able to extend their lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows to 10-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second down, here's Smith. And this will be incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass, because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league. And
he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
17 yards. And the first down, Chiefs. Here we go.
Throwing now is Geno. It's hauled in by Shepard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Geno. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Chase Young in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a 1st down.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Metcalf motions left. Hunt is in. Touchdown Bills. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Smith. He'll get the... And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. There he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the 1st half.
And last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Smith. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Throwing is Smith. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards. Here's Smith. Washington's got it. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone.
And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And now off to the races down the right side. This is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Smith. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So really a nightmare of a 1st half for him, Charles. His 2nd lost fumble already.
And when they hand us a stat sheet, Brandon, and we see 2 lost fumbles, we usually think quarterback or running back, don't we? It's not often you see guys on the perimeter lose the ball like that.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Able to get away. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. On the counter, Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kareem Hunt with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Smith. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Hunt. Fighting him off. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills just continue to roll. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Fighting through. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are pouring it on. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. DeForest Buckner. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Jamal Williams, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Desmond Ridder with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
To throw on second down is Smith. This ball deep for Tony. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Smith now to throw. Open man right side is Tony. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on third down.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. A spin. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills extend their lead yet again. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Smith. He finds it. Now the ball comes loose. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Good work here by the tight end. It's a crossing route off of play action. They're going to let the slot receiver run a post to hopefully let the defense think they're taking a shot. And then they bring the tight end underneath, and it winds up a first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bills are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's brought down. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one?
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Dicker down, attack on the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
A quick pass here. He's got Shepard.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now Geno on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now it's Smith.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Geno.
That is caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Chase Young
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. To the right side and complete to Washington. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Law had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you on those days where some...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bills are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Johnson won't return this, so the football will come out to the 25.
And out come the Chiefs now.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Smith on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno out to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Back to throw, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Smith throwing again. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
First down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd and long, it's Smith.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind. So an 8-play drive gets them down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Allen. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Hunt will try going up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On second down, here's Smith. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to him.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw here.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd down and 6 now.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, it's Smith. Washington's got it. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Smith now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bills,
they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.